Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am back creating this fairly large Victorian home that is very pink. And it looks really large, but the funny thing about it is it's a one-bedroom house. I had a lot of fun with this house, and I'll explain the thought process behind one bedroom momentarily, but I really wanted to build another Victorian home in this neighborhood in Strangerville because it's been a while, and in the most recent patch for The Sims 4, they gave us all of the trees and bushes, or at least most of them, not all of them, a bunch of the trees and bushes that are in the neighborhood of Strangerville that were not included in the pack. So we have Joshua trees and a bunch of new cacti, some new pretty purple flowers, and so of course I wanted to build here so I could use those items, so that's what we're doing today. And also this whole area has like a mixture of Victorian and like Carpenter Gothic style, so I thought a Victorian would be nice. And I've been getting a lot of requests lately to do more things with pink, which is a color I don't use a lot because I'm not a big fan of pink or pastel-y colors, but I thought I would go ahead and do that for a couple of reasons. It's Easter weekend. I think this is actually going up on Easter because I had planned on putting it up yesterday, but I got really busy. So it is up today. So happy Easter to everyone that celebrates. If you're also in this time frame, because I know some parts of the world Easter was yesterday, but for for me it's today. So happy Easter to everyone that is watching this when this goes live. And if you're watching this on another day, then I hope you're having a great day. But like I said, this is a one-bedroom house and it comes in around 108,000 simoleons. So storyline time. Who I imagined lived in this house and why it's only one bedroom, even though it's kind of a massive house. So as you could see from the little clip in the beginning and the thumbnail and the title, it's a very pink house. And I imagine that at one point in time there was a house here that was pink on the outside, this house actually. But over the years it has kind of been, going downhill. It's like fallen into disrepair, and this woman who just got divorced and actually got quite a nice settlement from the divorce, decided she was going to buy this house because it was beautiful. It was going to be her new baby, her new life. And so she purchased this very rundown pink Victorian and she had it restored, and it's very pink inside. She really likes the color pink, and she had a lot of fun with it. And this house is for her art, and her cats. And I thought that was a fun storyline because I never make large houses that only have one bedroom or that are only meant for one sim. I feel like I always struggle with figuring out like master bedrooms and stuff. I think I discussed that in my most recent video, how I have trouble giving personality to master bedrooms, but like if it's one person in an apartment or in a small house, like I feel like it's all cohesive. And I think that's represented in this house because the entire house is very pink. There's also a decent amount of black in this house because I really liked using the countertops that are from vampires, that are like the white cabinets and then the black countertop. Really liked that. So this house has a mixture of like more modern elements to it as well as some more like traditional furniture, because I feel like she wanted some of the resemblance of what it used to be, but for the most part she just wanted her pink palace for her and her kitties, and I think that is totally fine. And you could see I'm messing with a bunch of colors on the outside. I thought about having purple, and then I thought about mixing them together, and in the end it ended up being pink and white. I do think I cut out the footage though of like me actually selecting the color because it took me a really, really long time to figure it out. But I think it came out okay in the end. And here we are placing down the Joshua trees. They are so cool. And it's really funny because I never knew what these trees were called, because I had actually, before this pack came out, never seen trees like that before. I was like, oh, those are really interesting trees. I wasn't even sure they were real trees. Like they could have been made up for this pack for all I knew, but it was really cool to see them. And I had a couple of people in the comments, because I think when I was talking about the new trees, I was trying to describe them in like a trailer reaction maybe, and somebody had commented and was like, oh, those are Joshua trees. And I was like, what? And so I like Googled it and I was like, oh, those are cool. And so it's really cool to have those in game now. I'm always happy to have more plants and rocks. Look at those beautiful orange rocks and those purple flowers. I just love them so much. But we are in the kitchen area now. Like I said, I'm using these vampire countertops and cabinets, and I think it came out pretty cozy in here. You'll see me placing down some like blue accents in here, but I do I do switch them out for pink later on. I think I do that off camera though. But I really like how this came out with like a little island, and I believe I just have white tiling behind the sink, and then I should be momentarily be grabbing one of the new cacti that we got with the update from, we'll be doing that now, from the Strangerville, and trying to like put it in a planter up on this counter. And I tried like 800 different plants, but I thought it combined the best with this one with like the spiky plant coming out of it. And then since it had a weird shadow, I actually placed some lights inside of it so it lights it up a little bit, and I thought that looked pretty nice in the end. We do swap out those curtains for pink ones, and there ends up being like a pink rug in front of the sink so you can stand on that while you're washing some dishes. So I think it works out pretty well in the end. And it has some clutter, but like minimal clutter. And there is a cat bowl over by the trash cans, which we'll be adding in a little bit. There's a couple of cat trees in this house. And right on cue, my cat is scratching at the door. Okay, I've let him in, so I apologize if there's any more noises. He's been really liking to be in these voiceovers lately. I don't know why. But anyway, the kitchen is coming together now. I think we're just going to be putting down a couple more pieces of clutter, and then we're putting these cabinets over here where I put down the trash cans and the food bowl. And then over here is going to be our dining space. It ends up being very beige. The house has a lot of beige, a lot of gray, pink, and black. So it's an interesting color combo. It's mostly like pink, but I like the black accents throughout, especially the kitchen. That's probably my favorite room in the house. And we're using this mirror from Get Famous, which is just a little bit fancy and ornate, and I just really like that. I also had tried adding that stone behind the fireplace, but I think it ends up just being pink wallpaper in the end. I did change it quite a few times. I'm not entirely sure if I left that in on camera or not, but it'll be in the screenshots at the end of the video. I also added like this little golden Easter egg over here, which is from one of the... My words are working great today. It's from one of the updates a few years ago that they put out around Easter. And also these pink flowers, which I think are really pretty. I don't use those too often, but I think I use them maybe twice in this build because I was just trying to use all of the pink flowers, which are flowers I don't use like ever. So that was kind of a nice change of pace. And also the sink disappeared, so I had to place that back at some point. And I don't know why that happens sometimes. My sinks just like to be like, poof, I am gone now. I also added some shelves over here in the new white swatch that we got with the update because, of course, I had to use that. And it worked out pretty well for here. And we're just adding some clutter up here. I believe we have some books, some baskets, and I think there's like a milk jug I put up here as well as some paper towels. Yeah, there's the like jug thing. I think it looks really cute. I don't use that item very often, but I thought it fit pretty well for what I wanted to have in here. I wish we had more like cat pictures because we have that like cats and dogs one that came with my first pet stuff, I think, but we don't have very many like, I don't know. I want like pretty picture frames of cats. Like if we could take our own photos and have them on a dresser, like that sports photo, the stand-up ones, like on a dresser, I would take so many pictures of cats for this house, and it's just like every free space there would be pictures of this woman's cats. That's like what I wanted for this house. I only imagine she has 2 or 3 cats though, so not too many. There's only 1 litter box in this house, and there's 1 food bowl they do share. I do want to do a Crazy Cat Lady house at some point. I know I've gotten a bunch of requests for either a Crazy Cat Lady house or a Crazy Cat Lady tiny house, and I do have it written down. This is not supposed to be that. This is just a fun other idea I had and really wanted to use those new landscaping items that we got with the update last week. So no worries on that. I still plan on doing that. This was just a fun little thing I wanted to do, and very, very pink and pastel, which I think is good for the springtime. At least it's the spring here in New England. Anyway, this is the living room. I wanted to use some more older style couches that felt a little bit more classy and grandma-esque. I have no idea how old I imagine this woman is. I just know she's divorced and wants to live her own life. She doesn't have any kids. She just has her cats. And like this could be somebody in their 20s or this could be somebody in their like 60s. I have no idea, but I really liked the idea of that. Although I do kind of imagine might be a little bit of an older woman, and I kind of like that idea. Like she's just living her best life out here, and I really enjoy that. I love coming up with stories for my Sims that I'm creating houses for. I think it just adds a little bit more personality to the home. And I was just like getting carried away with the pink in here, and it's very much not my style. I love the shape of the house though. I really like Victorian houses, and I definitely want to build more. I think there's one more lot up in this neighborhood that I haven't built on yet. So I might do that sometime soon, and then this entire neighborhood I've built in. So that's kind of cool. I really like Strangerville. It's such a pretty world. Like, it's gorgeous. The gameplay here is really weird, and every time you build a house here and you come to take screenshots, you got all the people like walking up like, "Woo, come to the crater, join us in the crater, mother knows all," or whatever they're saying, and it's really creepy and terrifying, and their eyes look like they're gonna bulge out of their heads. So that part is interesting to say the least. However, I think the world itself is really, really pretty. But we're pretty much done with the main part of the living room. We're just adding some clutter over on this side table. And of course, I have to add a cat statue because we do have cat statues. Not very many cat pictures, but we do have cat statues. So of course, I had to add that. And just trying to figure out what to put over in this space. I believe we add a chess table over here, and we use the same chairs that we used in the dining room, which are from movie hangout stuff. It's like the only normal swatch on those chairs, and I think they're just really pretty. I think they worked out pretty well in here, and I don't remember what I added over here other than this bookcase, and I had to keep moving it to make sure it wasn't sticking through the wall in the other room. I did want to add a fish tank in here, that little fish bowl, but I didn't find a spot for it, but that is where one of the cat trees ends up being, and then a little kitty bed next to it, which I think is really cozy, and then we just add this little end table behind the TV. That's not a TV, that's a couch. Table behind the couch, and put a couple of plants and a record player, I suppose. It's really just got the horn part that plays music, but it doesn't look like anything. I would like some more record player looking music things. Yes, those are the words I'm looking for in The Sims. I think that'd be nice. I don't think that's the top of anyone's list though, because it would just be a different look on a stereo we already have in game, but I think it would be a cool thing to get. Ooh, maybe that could be something that comes with like a university pack, because I feel like vinyl is really in right now, particularly with like college kids, or at least when I was in college. Now thinking about that, I graduated a few years ago now. I'm really into vinyl, and so is my boyfriend, and I just think it would be cool to have that represented in game a little bit more. But there's obviously things I'd prefer first. There's so many different expansions and stuff that I'd like, and I feel like I'm mentioning in every voiceover how excited I am that we're getting a new expansion game pack and stuff pack in the next 6 months, and I'm just so anxious to find out what any of them are. Like, we're going to find out one at a time, and I want an announcement so badly. But this is the little nook when you first walk in. There's kind of like an office area. So I put one of these new laptops that we got with the update over here, as well as some plants. I think it just looks kind of cozy. And then a little cork board over by that area as well, so you can hang up all your little postcards and pictures of your cats. And just a couple of paintings going up the stairs, as well as I think I just add a plant and some of those like stacked artwork that we got with the update. I also, you might notice, did not use the red shelf at all in this build because I forgot to put it back in my game after the update. However, the main thing I wanted it for, it wouldn't have worked for anyway, which was those paintings, raising them up, because I think it would have been too big to fit on that shelf anyway. So it's fine. But we're back outside doing a little bit more landscaping. I just wanted to make it look a little bit more full out here. So we're just touching it up and using some more of these rocks, which are just so pretty. I love them so much. I feel like I'm going to use them a lot when I'm building either here or in Oasis Springs, because they're both really pretty desert environments. But I was just so happy that they decided to add those into the game, because a lot of people had asked about it. Like, why weren't those in the game to begin with? They were obviously created items because they're used in the world around it. So it's so nice to have those in game now. But this is just the the upstairs landing area. My words are so confused today. I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. That happens sometimes. We all have those days. We're just adding a bed in here. It's pink. It has the flower on it, but I believe I changed it for the other pink swatch. There we go. The gray and pink one, because that matched the color scheme of the entire house a little bit better. I just kind of wanted to do the flowery one at first because I don't use it as often. So I thought that would be an opportunity, but I think this one worked out better in the end. So we're just adding some decorations in here. Lots of plants because I can't help myself. And this little painting of birds up here, which I thought was really cute. Oh my gosh, what if the painting moved? If it was like Harry Potter-esque and the birds are flying around, that'd be so much entertainment for the cats. That'd be so cute. Anybody that has cats, have you ever put on those YouTube videos that are for cats that are either like mice running around or birds coming and eating things? It's so cute to see cats' reactions. They're like, whoa, what was that? And they're like throwing their heads all over like, can I catch it? And trying to looking behind the computer screen like, where did it go? It's really cute. Sorry, getting completely distracted. I do that sometimes, but this is the other room that could be another bedroom. However, this person that is living here has decided this is going to be her art studio, so she can paint scenery and probably pictures of her cats, because that sounds adorable. I should have had somebody move in here and paint portraits of cats and then hung those up in the house. That's something you guys could definitely do if you download this house. And if you'd like to download it, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi. That info is also in the description down below, as well as a download link to the online website for the gallery, if that's an easier way for you guys to go ahead and download this build. But I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you liked this silly story and my messing up of words today, you can go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd love for you guys to join us. This has been amazing how much growth the channel has gotten lately, and I've been really enjoying this little community. And also, if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a new video, you can click that little bell down below as well. Thank you guys so very much for watching. We're going to be going into screenshots here momentarily. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you guys really, really soon. Bye, everybody.